Hey YouTube, this is Chris McKee with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. Today we've got a very special review for you. This is a 2018 NAMM Limited Edition Taylor 524ce all walnut. So talk about the specs and what the tonality of this guitar is given its walnut construction. So it's a 524ce. That means that it is a Grand Auditorium shape in the 500 series. And most of the features are what you would typically find on a normal 500 series guitar. It is bound in faux tortoise shell. We didn't use any real tortoises for this. Faux tortoise shell rosette there as well. And that's also framed in this nice ivory or mother of pearl century inlay on the ebony fingerboard. And a tortoise shell pickguard as well. Inside, there is performance bracing, again, typical to what you would find on a 500 series Taylor right now. The big story here is the back and sides and top are all beautiful flamed walnut. So you can see the flame on this top here, and the back is even, gosh, it's even prettier, with the sapwood running down the middle of the book-matched back. Sides are also just gorgeous. It's really an incredible, striking-looking guitar. And it has a wonderful tone to go along with the look of the walnut. So if you haven't had an opportunity to play a walnut guitar, whether it's all walnut or walnut on the back and sides, then that would probably be pretty normal. There aren't a whole lot of walnut guitars out there, but it's a really fantastic tone wood. When used for the top, back, and sides like this one in an all walnut guitar, the tonality that you get is very similar to what you would see in other all hardwood guitars. So think of something that's all mahogany or all koa. So it has very similar traits and characteristics with its own nuanced differences because it's walnut. So like those other guitars, one nice thing about having walnut as the top, back, and sides is that the guitar has a natural compression to it. So it's a very balanced, even tone. This doesn't have as much mid-range as mahogany does, and it has more of the clarity and transparency that you'd find in maple. So there's that kind of brightness that's there, but it's not overly bright. You know, never approaches rosewood, for instance. It's just this really nice kind of transparency of the tonality of the guitar, and really even across the entire tonal spectrum. But it also has compression to it. So from a dynamic standpoint, when you play this guitar, and hopefully you'll hear this in our video, is if I play with a light touch or I really dig in and play with a heavy touch, the dynamics are really compressed there. It evens out my attack. It evens out my pick and my dynamics. And that's really good, particularly in a band setting or when you're amplified or you're trying to cut through in the mix, because it does have a punchiness that allow you to cut through, but it's not going to ever become too much. And if you're playing too soft, it's going to bring it up a little bit. So just like we think about with a compressor on an electric guitar, right? It's evening out those peaks and valleys. If you're an electric player that uses a compressor on your board and it's like on all the time, you would love this guitar. Because what else does a compressor do when you're using it on an electric guitar? It evens out those peaks and valleys and it adds sustain. And this guitar has that too. Because those dynamics are evened out, one of the aspects that you get is that there's a stronger fundamental frequency that continues to sustain when a string is plucked and a note is played. So it's really, really nice. And like I said, you can dig into it. I love playing kind of bluesy pieces on this or palm muting stuff. But really, whatever you play, you're going to get a very even, balanced attack that's just this nice kind of transparent sound that's going out there. You can hear the brilliance of everything that you're playing, assuming that it's brilliant what you're playing. You know what I mean. Anyways, so really a beautiful guitar. These are limited in number. It's a NAMM exclusive that was only available at the NAMM show to select dealers. So we have a limited amount. There's not going to be a lot out there in the wild. So take a look, check it out, listen to this video that we have here so you can hear what the guitar sounds like. Take a look. Well, there you have it. The NAMM limited edition for 2018 Taylor 524ce all walnut. Beautiful guitar. We've only been able to procure 2, and they are really, really nice. Very limited edition and something that you don't see a lot of. Walnut's a great tone wood. I really like the characteristics of it. And depending upon the type of player that you are, this could be the perfect guitar for you. So if you'd like more information about this guitar, go to alamomusic.com where we have full description, specs, full color photos, and video of this guitar for you to check out. If you're interested in any other guitars and maybe overwhelmed by the options that are out there, we understand, we get you. That's what we're here for. We want to help you find the right instrument, the right community, the right music, to bring joy to your life and others. It's called the perfect fit. So contact us, come in, call, visit a store. We want to help you find that perfect fit, whether it's a guitar or something else. As always, I want to thank you for watching our videos, and don't forget to subscribe.